Webster University has worked to create a campus that is rich in diversity of all kinds, and soon they will be hosting a Diversity and Inclusion Summit. Joining us from Webster University is President Elizabeth Stroble. Welcome, Beth, back to STL Live. So nice to have you.
Thank you, Sarah. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, so you've just come off your centennial year, big year, lots of activities going on, and now you're starting off 2016 with a bang, it looks like, with your Diversity Summit. So
part of what we realized in the centennial was we had a rich history of being a very diverse and inclusive community, and so now here's the first year of our second century. How do we continue that work and make it true for St. Louis and for Webster?
That's right. So let's talk a little bit about that history, because last year when we were talking about the centennial, we kind of reviewed some of the dates and important things. You started out as
a women's college, you know, for women to get degrees that prepared them for lives of service and careers. So the history of Webster from its very beginning was, how do we reach out and include and give education to people who might not have opportunity otherwise?
So you started out focusing on women.
Women, and then about 50 years, halfway into our history, we welcomed men. And we made the decision that we would no longer be Catholic in identity, and we would be independent and very inclusive of many different faith traditions in that independent status. Then military joined us. We began to have international campuses, which meant that people from all nationalities were part of Webster, whether it was in St. Louis or Europe. And now we're in Asia and Africa as well. So the makeup of Webster's campus is highly diverse here in St. Louis, as well as everywhere, much less to talk about economics. We've been recognized many times for not only the ethnic diversity and gender diversity of our students, but the socioeconomic status, and how many of them, just like me, are the first in their family to go to college.
Just like you, interesting. So really, you do share a very rich history of diversity as we're listening right now. Do you feel that there's still an opportunity for Webster University to continue to grow even more inclusive?
Absolutely. And I think that diversity is one part of it. It's hard to recognize the diversity of human experience without diverse people around you, and we've achieved that part. It's the inclusion part that I think our community and our world struggles with, is how is that diversity valued and seen as a strength.
So where are some specific opportunities or things that you're working on as a university? Can you share some of those with us?
Absolutely. So we all know that here in St. Louis that issues of race and class have been longstanding, and that work continues. We have been touched, just as everyone has in St. Louis, by events in Missouri as well as events right here in St. Louis. There is great work to be done around issues of ability and disability. So one of our sessions at an upcoming conference is about the area of ability disability. The issue of gender and gender identity and transgendered identities. For most of us, this is new learning, and we need to figure out with our colleagues and our students and our alumni how we navigate that in respectful and inclusive ways.
Right, and you just referenced an upcoming summit. We're going to talk a lot more about that in our next segment, but give us a little synopsis of what's coming up in a couple weeks.
Okay, we'll have 2 days of what we're calling critical conversations. Some outside speakers coming in from outside St. Louis that have expertise in topics like supporting black males or intercultural communication. One woman who's coming is Hispanic, and she was the first Chief Diversity Officer at the U.S. Air Force Academy.
Wow.
So she has a lot to talk about what it's like to be a minority in a community and how to be effective.
Very good. So we're gonna talk a lot more about this. It's open to the public, and we want to make sure everybody knows that about the upcoming summit at Webster University. We're going to have a lot more with Webster University after this. Please stay with us.